Now is such an important time for us to train the next generation of mental health providers, and such an exciting time. We have more tools available now than ever before, new treatments, new modalities that make it very meaningful and an incredibly fulfilling and enriching career. We are looking for applicants and want to recruit the next residency class, who are people who are committed to the mission of serving the people of North Carolina, who are committed to learning cutting-edge neuroscience, committed to learning the best and most novel techniques and training.
My interest was sparked in high school, and I decided then that I was going to be a psychiatrist. It was after reading a novel. It was a work of fiction, but in the novel there was a heroine who it wasn't clear if she was possessed or had a psychiatric illness. And I was fascinated by the idea that a psychiatric illness could cause all these manifestations. So I based my career choice on a work of fiction.
Understanding how people grew up, what their relationships are like with their loved ones, their friends, getting to work with great people, being in the trenches with great coworkers, that's what keeps me here and what keeps me looking forward to the job.
And I love the colleagues that I have in psychiatry as a specialty. I have amazing colleagues that are very charismatic and fun, and I love what I do, and it makes it easy to get up in the morning.
It was pretty evident to me when I interviewed that everyone liked each other here, that like people were actually friends with each other and they wanted to hang out with each other, and they did. And I definitely have found since being here that it's definitely like a family. Like in particular, your particular class, but then the entire program as well.
There are different types of satisfying, helping someone improve very quickly, but then you could be doing therapy with someone for a couple of years and see these kind of really profound gains happen. And I think they both have their appeal.
So much is unknown about the brain. You have to be willing to engage in a lifetime of learning because things change. There's new knowledge, and you have to stay current as far as new information as well as best practices.
Why do people act the way they do? Why do people speak the way they do? Why do different people react differently to the same situation? Those types of questions were just fascinating at an intrinsic level, and I was just naturally curious about them.
The times in which kids and adolescents come to the hospital, they're in a very vulnerable time in their life, and you can make just such a profound and meaningful difference. It's like planting seeds that are going to grow. An awesome experience to be able to help heal families and figure out how to keep kids safe and give them skills and tools that they need to succeed.
I think Dr. Dawkins also just has such a presence to her. She is funny and engaging and caring and just so fair to everyone.
She was a big reason I chose this program from my interactions with her on my interview day. We actually ended up talking about Star Trek for quite a bit of the interview. She really just takes care of us, and that really comes through in all her interactions with the residents, and work with her directly, and then you see sort of the really hardcore professional side of how she does things.
There's just never a sense of favoritism or anything, just wants all of her residents to succeed, and you always know that she's supporting you and that the rest of the department is supporting you too.
We don't want people to spend all of their time here at the hospital. We want them to have healthy outlets. We want them to nurture relationships and friendships and maybe have hobbies and things that they enjoy outside of work. We also make sure that our residents have access to self-care.
Like I could walk in at any time and she would sign any form for me, talk to me about any patient that I was worried about. And it's awesome to have a boss like that you can just waltz in the office and sit down and talk.
And even on interview day, she already had everyone's faces and names memorized. That was such an indication for how much she cares for the people who come here.
How does that affect your wiring, if you will? Those things that are pre-coded, if you will, genetically. We know it's not a separate thing, that both have a tremendous impact on outcomes.
As a woman, seeing her in leadership and our new chair, Dr. Meltzer-Brody, who is a woman in leadership, that's just not something you see at every academic program, and it's so nice to have that part of diversity in our department. Our chair, she was just this powerful lady who kind of made things happen.
She's always looking for suggestions for how she can make things better. Just a very positive person and encouraging person, generous with her time. Even though she's kind of, several steps up the ladder from you, you don't get the sense that you're not important. She really values residents' opinions as well as staff opinions, and she's really looking out. You get the sense she's looking out for everyone in the department.
She is very passionate about physician mental health and really cares a lot about making sure that doctors from all specialties and providers all across the hospital are getting the mental health care and support that they need.
We invite you to look at our website, reach out, engage. We want to hear from you. We will look forward to seeing you in person as soon as we can. Thank you for your interest in our program, the Department of Psychiatry at the University of North Carolina.